Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to Against the Storm. We're on our way to pursuing that gold seal, and thanks to some embarkation bonuses, something to that effect, we are now within reach, which is awesome. Chose violence, we indeed chose some violence, but it all worked out pretty well and good. So I think from here on out, we're going to try and, build some areas where we get a royal resupply. That's what it's called. Because that allowed me to get the extra, I think, 10 seal fragments we needed to make this actually obtainable, which is heckin' awesome. I'm super excited. But first, there's a couple of upgrades I want to buy. One of them is the ability to upgrade fox houses, because we need to start upgrading all of the houses as much as possible. So we can do that here. This is going to be Pioneer Gate level 12. Every villager in your settlement gets a permanent 2 increase to their walking speed as well, which is great. And then we have the ability to upgrade human houses as well. Now, I think that only leaves the harpy houses. Oh, and the lizard houses. So I'll be frank, I don't know what the upgrades do. And it kind of sucks that it doesn't let you know what they are. Because maybe I don't want to pursue them. But we have foxes and we have humans well enough that it would be worth it. So not only that, we get a 1% boost to the global chance of producing yields. So what that means is essentially we've got a lot going on here. Let's see, double yields? No clue, but we have a lot of stuff that's going for us, including some rather quick walking villagers, thank goodness. You can see also all the things that we've done here, which actually I really like looking at this from time to time, because it'll be like, oh, okay, well, I actually did pretty darn good, or I didn't do well at all, or things of that nature. It's really cool. I really enjoyed it a lot. But anyways, back to the world map, and this is going to be an iffy one. It's going to be iffy because this condition caravan thing here, there's no fertile soil anywhere. Vegetation mutates into unique strands. Each tree has different resources. Villagers have a 3% higher yield of producing double yields for each hostility level. That's actually pretty cool. So we don't really want humans here. I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong, because, I mean, they do things like enjoy brewing, which I'm a big fan of myself. And there's a lot of overlap between beavers and humans, but we just can't really utilize them in the spaces that we could totally utilize them. In terms of natural resources, wood, plant fiber, meat, incense, which is going to be good for us for religion as well. Crystallized dew is actually in pretty high demand if we want to have it be that way. And then meat and insects and stuff, I say we go with these guys right here. So we'll get some 9 beavers because we really need to focus on wood production. We're going to get our pickled goods, some amber, 2 additional villagers, and then of course I'm going to do that. So that way we get 14 villagers right off the bat, which will be dandy. We don't need any of the small farms at all. And nothing that makes goods that require fields, because we just don't have it at all. And so I really think we're going to roll with those 3. We get some planks, fabric, and some bricks, because that'll give us a good head start to build some industry and stuff, maybe get ourselves off the ground a little bit. Now, unfortunately, that does mean our pack of provisions are kind of out there, which stinks, but I think we'll be able to make do considering everything that we have to be able to make anyways. And then, of course, let's see, do we want meat, eggs, or roots? I think we're going to go with roots. Now, the caravan, anything crazy going on here? No, because we are going to still stick at Viceroy. We need 35, which means I need to be able to complete 2 settlements. So doing things at Prestige won't really make that much of a difference. Now, as for our settlement, we don't have any fields whatsoever, right? None at all. So we're going to call this barren, because I think that's rather appropriate. Now, in terms of just barren in terms of fields, but that's okay. And I think we're ready to rumble. As always, we take a look at the beginning things. In this case, gain 30 insects for each discovered glade. That's okay, it's not bad. We have our first tier, Looming Darkness, which is always present. What is this? Villagers move 40% slower. Won't happen if they have houses. Villagers report feeling sick. When a villager leaves or dies, 2 Blightroot cysts will appear in the settlement. That's easily worked around, so I'm not super concerned. Admittedly, we don't want to get to hostility level 3, but it is what it is. Acid rain slowly eating away at metal objects, producing copper bars, crystallized dew, and all goods that use metal ingots yield fewer goods. Now, I'm not good enough to really produce these things in general, so that might not be such a big deal either. However, number 7, Villagers with this effect have a 5% chance of perishing every 15 seconds. That's pretty big, and it requires services as well. So services time 2 at that. So we really don't want to get to at level 7. That's all right. Now, in terms of what we have here, each different tree, you'll see there's lots of different tree mutations. So in this case, we would get plant fiber. In this case, we would get stone and a chance of incense. And then in this case, meat and crystallized dew, which is really, really good. All right, well, and there's lots of glades. Holy stinking cannoli. And we're actually on the edge, which I've never been on the edge before. Very interesting. All right, we also have beavers, lizards, and harpies. All right, keeping that in mind, I think it's pretty obvious we're gonna have to go with a workshop. That makes planks, fabrics, and bricks, even if it doesn't do it its absolute best. We're gonna grow with a druid's hut because it makes oil, incense, and coats. We need incense for religion, which actually only one of the guys takes, so that may not be super important. Oil is a great thing to have, and admittedly this doesn't make coats very well at all, but it still makes coats, and 2 out of the 3 of our species need coats, so I think it's pretty essential. And of course, we have the ability to make a clothier. A clothier would actually increase coats very well, and like be super effective, and I do believe that our harpies specialize in clothiers, but on top of that, our ranch would be a good one. We're gonna have a chance to make a lot of fiber, and we need, you know, like biscuits and stuff. I'm pretty sure, not biscuits, but skewers and beef, whatever they're called, and pie as well. So I think that'd be a really good one for our other 2 species. We're gonna go ahead and rock it. Very nice. And so we need to start our usual things. We have a harvester's camp, so we're gonna get that rolling. And we have a small forager's camp, and we can get that rolling. Awesome. That's going to be a great start. We're going to go ahead and do 2 woodcutters camps because we have the ability to. And as always, we're going to set this to avoid glades except marked. Now, I don't need a human house. I do need beavers' houses, but we have 11 of those guys. So what I'm going to do instead is we're going to have a lizard house, and we're going to have a harpy house. And then the rest for the time being, until we can start making things, is just going to be comprised of other regular housing. That's what I'm trying to say. So we have 2 population. We got 3, 6, 9, 12. That's what's going to be required. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right. While they're waiting, we can actually prioritize all of these guys. We can prioritize this so they won't build the roads yet, but I always like building roads from the start. We don't have any stone at the moment, but that doesn't stop us. There we go. All right. What's our cornerstone? Root production, herb and root production for every 75 biscuits produced. That's more of a late game thing, which I'm fine with, but I don't know if we want to do that at the moment. Every glade every glade event solved by making a decision marked as loyalty lowers hostility by 10. For every 20 felled trees, global resolve is increased by 3 for 120 seconds. That's actually not bad. I've never actually picked this one now that I think about it, so let's go with it. That's going to give us some pretty solid things to do. Let's go with lizardmen here, and then our orders. We could build a trading post and deliver 10 amber for some biscuits, parts, and boxes of tools. I'm going to go with this. Sell goods worth at least 12 amber to a trader or trader out. We can do that, easy peasy. 15 clothes, or the need for clothing fulfilled. Ooh, that's a good one. However, this is also fantastic. Cut through the forest to discover 2 glades, rebuild or salvage destroyed buildings found in the forest. That's going to give us a lot, and that 5 a minute could be used for a lot of things. Yeah, we're going to roll with that. And we have another timed one. Keep a harpy's resolve above 18 for 30 seconds. We have 7.5 minutes. I don't think that's obtainable. It's going to take a lot. Like, let's see, what is it, 18? I'm already maxing out their stuff here. We don't have any supplies of, well, hold on. I guess I can't, this is a timed order, so I can't think about it. Yeah, there's no way that that's obtainable. I could probably get to 17 max. So my thought process is, once the clothing gets fulfilled, that's maybe another +3. So that's 12. I could boost it for an additional 5, which would get me 17. That's a little too iffy. Now, admittedly, if we cut down 20 trees, then I should have looked oh, I can't get out of it. Nice. Okay, so let's see if I have coats. So I do have coats. I can get a maximum bonus of 5, which shouldn't be hard to do. So that's 14. That's actually doable. That's actually really doable. But the question is, do I want, yeah, let's go for it. Let's try and go for it. I'm going to boost them already, so that way they just automatically get there. And then once they start consuming the coats, We should be good. There it is, right there. Awesome. All right, stay there, harpies. Please, for the love of everything holy. Boom, already done. Heck yes, we can go ahead and take that off. They're happy now. The lizards are about to get boosted as well, and we already have a reputation bonus. And we're like 3 minutes into the actual event. Pretty stinking awesome. All right, so here, the only thing they can satisfy is luxury, and I'm not going to do that for a guild house. Yeah, this isn't really worth it for me. Gain 1 global resolve every time you sell goods worth 75 amber. That actually might be helpful, but it's not what I really want to do right now. What we can do is we can upgrade one of our guys. I'm going to upgrade to a trapper's camp. I think that would be good. We should be able to unlock it somewhere. There we go. There's that bonus across the board, which is great. We need to cut through 2 glades and try and find a building to rebuild. And it's got to happen like ASAP. So cutting into 2 glades will happen regardless, which is great. We can get our harpies into that. Is everyone housed? Almost everyone is housed. We still have 1 more person. Oh, we have a harpy that needs. There we go. All right, and then of course, as normal, we need to build our little garden space thing. What do I want to do is the real question. We're gonna always switch it up every time. Let's go with a nice fenced in space. And then I am gonna go ahead and build. We're gonna do 1 of each. And there we go. They should be able to get that rolling. There's nothing there. Okay, that's unfortunate. There is a geyser actually. There's a geyser and a coal vein, which we could build a mine to, which would be perfect. So that's what we definitely need to do. But I need to discover a place to rebuild. Oh, nice. We have 2 sets of people that are just cranking out reputation. Fan-stinkin-tastic. Our harpies are doing good as well. So harpies, ironically enough, I think the harpies and the humans are the only 2 that I don't have. Yep, it's foxes. So we can't even use the specialty yet. That's awesome. There we go. Yeah, that'll be perfect. That's a little weird. It's a lot of negative space. I should have done it like the other way. In fact, I think I can move them. Yeah, let's move this. Although it will be really awkward when I try to play stuff. So I guarantee you I'm going to be like, why can't I do this? And they'll be like, oh, that's right. Yeah, that's not going to work actually. We'll do it like this. This is actually a pretty cool little thing. So in this case, it's like you have to walk into this entrance. That actually worked out well. I'm pleasantly surprised. All right, here we go. And we actually do have a rebuilt thing we can do. We have everything for this, so I'm going to do this now. We can rebuild the temple. The temple's going to be a good building anyways. It's going to give us the ability to satiate our religion. So it's fine that we can't do everything all at once, but it is what it is. Now our open vault is a little bit different. A thick spreading cloud of miasma kills every living being within a radius of 20 fields. So that's what that is right there. Now we don't have enough time to do the ritual before that comes, because that adds 300 hostility points, and we don't have the stuff for it. However, we only need 8 bricks, which would leave us with 11, and we could totally do the bricks. Now we don't want to do anything yet because all woodcutters and gatherers get a -12 penalty to resolve, but we get a half a reputation point and amber. Now this is really good as well. If we performed the ritual, we would get sea marrow, the ancient artifacts. Yeah, that's +3 to global resolve because it's 1 resolve per ancient artifact. And while that would be awesome, I don't think we have a guaranteed chance of getting the stuff in here for that. That 3 resolve boost is huge though. But then again, so is the queen's reputation, so. Oh, I see, I messed up. Oh, no, never mind. Nope, never mind. All right, first rainy season. We're gonna go ahead and dissolve all of our guys so we keep our guys boosted a little bit. I think that's pretty crucial. And we're gonna go ahead and have these guys start making packs of crops, which I'm gonna limit to 10. And then we have buco amounts of provisions, which we can make a lot of. We're not gonna do anything on the packs of building materials at this time. However, we did rebuild. We got Call of the Ruins, which means we're gonna get 5 reads a minute. We get a building and we get the queen's reputation and tools. Those tools are going to allow us to turn in those here, which we can investigate. And now what do we want the most here? Well, I think it's pretty daggum obvious. I think we want skewers, biscuits, and pigments, because skewers can work for the lizards and then the biscuits can work for the other guys. Now we have to find the ability to make flour, so that is a thing. It's gonna be a little hard to do, but it's not impossible. All right, the end of our first season, our first year, and we can either get a harpy and a lizard, or we can get a beaver and a harpy. We're gonna go with that because that gives us some tools that we could really use. Now for this is really interesting. Gain 10 amber every time you use 50 units of rainwater. They go 25% quicker. That sucks. That's actually really bad. 40 meat and 40 grain for each completed dangerous or forbidden glint. None of those look good. Gain 1 to global resolve every time you sell goods worth 50 amber. I think that's an obvious one, but fulfilling the need for brawling grants an additional +5 to resolve, but attacking a trader will result in you getting 2 extra impatience points. New system of sensors. Workers have a 25% higher chance of producing double yields when the heart's expected corruption. No, we're gonna go with prosperous settlement. That's just gonna give me a bigger incentive to push the meter on this and start getting trade up and running. We got into another glade. Our harvester's camp needs something to do. There's some reeds over there, perfect. And then it looks like, my word, we have 2 veins. We need to be able to take advantage of that. So we need to make a mine, and I think we focus on this area to clear this out, and then we'll be pretty darn good. We gain another reputation point. We are cruising through these reputation points. Let's take a look real quick. I don't see any giant nodes. Well, here's a giant node. So an herbalist camp. We could take advantage of that right there. Awesome. Fantastic. So now, yes, that's going to be great. That's going to get us herbs. Herbs are going to be awesome. And we got to do this, and we got to do it quick. Oh, crap. Yeah. Right this very moment. Please go and do that with expedited haste. Please and thank you. And I think we have to favor these guys while we work on it. You guys need to start chopping down faster so we can appreciate that resolve bonus. Yep, the harpies are getting kind of wrecked, but I can balance things and juggle them as needed. We have 2 more orders as well. Deliver 40 eggs and 40 insects. We get +1 to egg production, a pack of skewers, and we get a granary, which is pretty darn good. A pickled goods, I think. Oh, they're not all across the board, but they're pretty darn close. Deliver 2 artifacts, gets +1 production yields, or deliver 70 drizzle water. We're going to try and obtain this, and we can do that by limiting consumption of eggs. And then deliver trade goods or the need for jerky fulfilled. That's going to be easier for us. And then we're going to say, hey, you can't consume eggs. And to be honest, you can't consume insects. That's going to be a little bit iffy, simply because, well, you know, these guys eat that stuff, but it'll be fine. It'll be good. And our open vault will be good as well. Fantastic. No worries. All right, our first trader is in, and we do have lots of packs of provisions that we can go up there and do with on top of it. Carpenters would be great, but it's really not necessary at the moment. None of this is actually necessary. None of these things are useful for me in the moment. However, I mean, we could always use tools, but tools are heckin' expensive, and I just don't know that I want to deal with dealing with tools at the moment. We have lots of parts, so that's not necessary. Let's go ahead and get a handful of bricks. I think that'll be useful. We could get some stone in so I could start upgrading our paths, which make them quicker. And it might give me a little bit of a boost in other areas. What else do I need? What else do I want? We have plenty of wildfire essence, so I'm not going to purchase that stuff. Let's roll with, oh wow, that only gets me 5. Okay, cool. Is there anything that I want to sacrifice? We could get like, I don't know, 120 wood gets me 7. So then if I threw all of my money at that, how much? I would only be able to get 8. That's not fantastic, but it'll have to do because I'm a little bit desperate right now. Nice. Okay, so the value of goods sold, we've reached that point for sure. And now we just need to, holy Mary Mother, we have a lot of reeds. That'll get me 15 gold. Awesome. I can do the same here for 1. That might be worth it. There we go. We have a lot of crystallized dew, and that is super important. Heck yes. Wow, that's a fantastic start. That is a fantastic start. I love it. All right, so what we have to start doing is we have to start figuring out how to get into those next secondary, you know, production lines, because we really need to start working on that. This only gets us meat. That's not what I'm concerned about. This, okay, there we go. Oh, nice. Amber trade's already done. A market, which fulfills what, luxury and treatment, which would actually cover both of our guys. A clan hall, which does brawling and religion, which we already have fulfilled in the temple. And I don't really want to do this. We have a forum, which will get brewing and education. Oh, my word. This dude, the lizardmen, they are really just Being pickles. Well, we have a provisioner. Now, a provisioner actually might be good if we had enough root systems, but we could make some planks and some barrels, which would be nice. Oh, shoot. Okay, packs of provisions. We're going to go with the provisioner, but I know why the eggs aren't building up, because we're allowing them to use eggs. Okay, that stops now. So that should hopefully increase rather quickly. All right, we're going to get a couple of these guys to do some coal, because coal is going to be much better than wood at burning, to the point where, oof, okay, that sucks. We're gonna remove the allowed fuel, because look at that, 5 times the coal is how long that stuff burns, which is great. All right, we need to dissolve all of our people. Yeah, this is brutal. -12 is awful. And so we need to, let's see, do we have the ability? We don't have any of that stuff. Okay. We're really trying to build our workshop to be much more efficient than what it is now. Well, it's got to get built first for one, but also we just got to make it work. So these guys are working on making fabric. We're gonna have 2 of you guys go do that for the time being until the workshop is built. And we should be right as rain. We might lose a harpy. I guess it really just depends. Yep, a harpy left. That's unfortunate, but hopefully we'll be okay. Now remember, we get 1 to global resolve every time we sell 50 goods worth 50 amber. And we are, even right here alone, we will be able to hit that. So I think that's going to be the goal, is to try and maximize our trade, so that way we can utilize these guys, utilize that resolve bonus as amazingly as possible, and really get these guys on the up and up. Now, local taxes gain 12 amber for every 50 ale produced. I don't even know if we're going to get there. But for every 20 felled trees, global resolve is increased by 3 to 120. I wonder if that stacks. It does stack. Very cool. So we're going to see this in action, and that might help boost our resolve issues by a good deal. Hoping anyways. All right, so now I can take you guys out, put you guys in. We're only going to do 20, 20, 10... Actually, we'll do 15. We'll do 14. We'll make it even. And they need rainwater, which we don't have at all yet, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. Move these guys in closer. We are very close to the woodcutter song ×2, and that's going to give a +6 resolve overall, which should be extremely helpful. We can knock these guys out because they don't really matter anymore. What do we have here? We have an obelisk. Carved into this monument, bears eerie resemblance, decreases hostility. Well, I think we have to do that then. Thank you, incense. And then we also have another place for our reeds, should we need it. All right, we're going to extend this a little bit. I have stone, which means I can do this as well. And then we have enough of a population center here of people doing goods that we should probably establish a warehouse. And I think that'll be beneficial. All right, cool beans. Neato. What do we need here? We're already at neighborhood level 2. We need more harpy houses. I'm going to move this guy as well, because we also could probably use some more lizard houses. And then we could definitely take a focus on beavers. We just have to really focus on and make a concerted effort to do it. All right, so we missed our order. Excuse me. Words are difficult. We missed our order, which really sucks, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not like it's a terrible, awful, horrifying thing. But we are going to go ahead and allow the consumption of all those things again, for the time being at least. And then in terms of what we have here, we don't have a lot to offer. Could go there, and even could go there for the time. They're going to praise the monument and the obelisk to be able to get into there. But what else do we need to do? I suppose we got our progress meter, which is all well and good. We're at hostility level 4 already, which really bites. But I think we will be okay. Expansion, let's go ahead and start poking our heads into this area, because we were able to get into that dangerous glade. We have a couple new orders as well. Beaver or lizard resolved to 20 and 5 packs of goods. That's not going to be obtainable. Complete 10 trade routes is way more obtainable. Fits within our goals anyways. And then we do have a temple, so we can deliver 20 skulls and a temple. We get an increased production to incense, sacks of flour, and oil vessels. That's a dead given. And then let's see what we can go make a cookhouse. We're gonna make a cookhouse, which is drizzle water. Oh, we have clearance water. That stinks. We could totally make skewers all day long. We could maybe purchase flour, and we have tons of pigments. Yeah, that's going to be an awesome thing to have. Let's just keep it right there. We definitely need it. We just got to get these guys to get busting a little bit faster. We're definitely going to prioritize planks and fabric over everything, though, for sure. We also have our monument, which reduces hostility by 10% and increases resistance by 100. Is that what it said? By 100, yeah, by like just 100 total. Once again, we can utilize our copious amounts of wealth to really push that. Again, global resolve. That's what we're looking for, because again, look right there. We're boosting our harpies already. The lizard men, oh, they just haven't been built yet. Okay. All right, our trader is in the house, and we have a lot we can do. Increases global food production by 20%. 2 to flour production. That might be beneficial. Woodcutters move 20% faster would be awesome. Gonna go ahead and do that. We have our eggs. We need to purchase some eggs anyways. Fabric would be nice. Roots, I think, would probably be better. We're gonna do this. Do we want a massive forager's camp? I don't know that we need one right now. Packs are produced 33% faster. I'm trying to think. Let's, what's required here? Okay, roots and eggs for sure. We need flour, but I don't know that I have a way to... Oh, I can build a... Okay, so I can do that with a provisioner. Very cool. I didn't realize I had that ability. So we do want to go ahead and buy some grain. And we're going to go ahead and do that as well because it increases our flour production overall. There we go. There's that. We don't have enough packs of provisions to do anything with. I can go ahead and do 140. That offsets the price just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and throw all of my weight that way. There we go. So unfortunately, we don't have the need for jerky that can be fulfilled yet, but we should have everything else pretty much. And once they're able to build that, we should be pretty right as rain. And again, we're going to get a lot in here. Nice. All right, can we boost this up at the last second? I think we can. Okay, there's that. We're going to go ahead and do that. That should boost us through the stormy season and make things relatively okay. I am going to do this just to fulfill the trade route. Man, we still take such a massive hit, but it's not too terrible overall. Planks are being used everywhere. We finally have our small warehouse. Harvester's camp is already taken care of. I got it, buddy. Don't you worry your heart out. Now we can do this. We'll be able to get into that dangerous glade in the next season. Awesome. We made it through unscathed. We have work to do. Let's go ahead and do this because I'm going to go ahead and slap down another woodcutter's camp. That's going to increase our hostility by quite a bit, but I want to be able to fully have this functioning every single time. And then the hopes is that we can get something where our woodcutters cut down faster. All houses have room for one more villager. That's actually really good. Hostility is reduced by 40 for every hearth upgraded to level 2. That is even better in my... Food is increased by 10% for every 50 units of drizzle water stored. That's okay. We're going to roll with that. That's a huge... And that's a deal. That is a deal and a half. And that even allows us to be able to do things like this and expand in the future. Because if we got 2 of them, it would reduce it by 80. And to be honest, we're kind of at the maximum house rating as it is. This just gets better and better. Tons of herbs, or not tons of herbs, for a lot of money. I mean, we are pretty much increasing this every single time we complete a trade route, which is a big deal. That's a very big deal. We're going to focus on this because look at that. We get 12 flour every time we use grain. So that's going to be 36. We'll do 36 just so you have that benefit there. And then this also takes rainwater. So we're going to get that clearance rainwater up and running. Another trade route, another day. This is definitely much more worth it. I don't know why I would go anywhere else. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. It's fantastic. All right. We have another dangerous glade open. In this instance, each blight cyst increases hostility by 15 points during the storm, and we get an impatience point. Now, we can do this, which reduces hostility every time a villager dies or leaves. Yes, we need that. However, burning blight resist takes 10 more seconds while we're working on it, but we get T and C marrow. This counts as 9 harmony decorations as well. Where do we got? We're just going to call them immediately. We're going to see what our trader can't help us with. Otherwise, we have a brick oven, which we could rebuild to make pies. I don't know that I'd necessarily want to make pie. We could make tons of incense, though. That'll be worth it. But we have to assign a villager first. All right. So what do we need? Incense, scrolls, resin, oil, or tea. There's tea right there. And we need 30 of it? We need 30 of it. 30 only costs 11. That's totally doable. We're just going to use packs of crops for that. And then we'll get some, I don't know, like 1 sea marrow. Just something to make it worth it. We're going to lower hostility by 50 points. We're going to increase plank production by 3, which is massive. That is unbelievable. Fuel consumption is decreased by 25% as well, which means that our coal is going to last longer. All awesome, great things. So now, let's see, we go to our hearth. Each coal now lasts for 2 minutes, which is stinking bonkers. That's awesome. That's fantastic. And we've gone a good ways to reducing the hostility. Now we just need people to perform the ritual. We're going to go ahead and knock out one of the beavers so we can do this faster. And yes, we did have to sacrifice someone. I did forget about that. But honestly, we're well on our way. I mean, this is great right here. Our beavers could use some help, but they're kind of hard to play to deal with anyways. Sweet. Reputation point. Wine would be useful. We already have a press. We don't need a furnace. Well, no, because that makes pie. We need something that makes jerky. That's the dealio. Wine porridge in barrels would be great. Snapple frats. But I just don't know that I want to do porridge. No one eats porridge out of our current selection. Only one of them can utilize wine. So I really don't think that's useful. All right, we come over here though. We have a cellar. This is what we need. It doesn't make pickled goods or jerky well, but it still makes them. And I think that's the important part to remember. We could also really use coats though. Dadgummit. We need the jerky fulfilled. That's a free reputation point, but I think we could wait. We're going to build a clothier. I'm also leaning towards a clothier because we can totally use our harpies for it. And it uses rainwater. So good stuff all around. We have one new order. We can have the need for luxury fulfilled, or we can fulfill the need for deliver 50 ale and have a tavern. Yeah, sure. That's totally good. Objective there. Absolutely. Way to go. Super easy thing to do. We have our harpies and our lizards are totally fulfilled. But I don't think our beavers are. They are not. And we have the ability to do it. We just need to be able to build up that small heart to be able to use it well. Which is fine. We can totally do beaver houses here. Just so we can get that beaver increase. And then that'll actually be useful. Yeah, I absolutely love that. Now we still need scrolls. We still need the need for luxury. Yada yada blah blah blah. But it should be good. Yeah. I think we're in a pretty strong place overall. These buffs are absolutely killing it, and then we're actually getting +4 resolve overall. Yes, it's fantastic. And the best part about all of this is the fact that now, because of all of the buffs that we have going in the positive direction, whenever we move our guys, our beavers, we're actually only at hostility level 1, which is stupid crazy. I am super happy on how this is going. Admittedly, we could use some lizards for the cookhouse. But what we are going to focus on are biscuits first, because that satiates more people. Then we'll do skewers, and then we'll do pigment afterwards. So we're going to go 2, 1, 0. We don't need pigment at the time, so it's not a huge deal. Let's get this rolling there, and then we definitely have enough capabilities to work on that. What else do we got going on here? Oh, we got lots of goodies. We're actually only going to do, I don't want to spend too much, but we're good there. We need someone to take charge here as well. And we have the clothier open up. Okay, so we may back off on the 2 sets of woodcutters. Unless, can we provide them with stuff? No, that's fine. We're good, we're good. Let's go there. We have our boyo right here. And then we're gonna focus instead on right over here, because I need to be able to clear out land for that. And we can totally move these guys for free. Yeah, let's go ahead and move at least 3 of them. We'll do that because these guys can't even meet the other requirement anyways. And remember, if we get this to tier 2, we are very, very good. We lower hostility even more is what I mean by that. All right, it's year 4. I really want more lizards, but we'll take this because those harpies will be perfect for our clothiers. And they'll make 10 per. So I'm going to say, hey, be at 20 and you'll be good. Actually, I'm going to say be at 30 and you'll be really good. We don't have any leather. We could, this is a little scary But it's worth it. No, that's worth it because that'll actually get us scrolls. We have the ability to make scrolls. We just have to get more people into this stuff. That's all we got to do. No problem. All right, this is really nice. I really like this. Leather gloves is going to be the one we do. We have so many reeds, and our trade routes focus so heavily on reeds that we're definitely, I mean, that's a given. That's a dead given. That's a super easy way to focus on that. Holy cow. Havocsville. Hey, we're basically brethren. There we go. Fantastic. We are rocking and rolling through it. There we go. We have 3 people who don't have houses yet. And I think we're working on that. We just got to, we got to build those houses, right? Let's get that guy off of that post. Let's get him off of there. Let's get some houses built, people. Let's get rolling. We really need to make a concerted effort here. And in fact, I can put my beavers' houses over here while they're not being built because they don't cost anything if they're being built. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. These guys can make scrolls eventually, but it's going to take a little bit for them to get to that point. Easy upgrade for that right there. We're going to get our clearance water running, which then means that we can totally utilize, right? Oh no, it's drizzle water. Who uses clearance? These guys do. Okay, so we are running a little low on flour, which just means the next time we call a boy in will be good. We got the exports, which is what we've been working on. There we go. That's what we need right there. Perfect. Jerky is going to work. A butcher is what we need. That is going to launch us into the stratosphere of happiness for these guys, which is what we've had the best time satiating anyways. We need one more house here to bring this guy up to a level 2. We have 21 houses there, or 21 population rather. I mean, I don't see why we can't do another beaver house to get that rolling. In terms of herbs, we're good. In terms of stone, we're also good. We're rocking and rolling it, man. The trader's here and we have 137 amber. I love it. We're gonna get 1 to herb production because we're already working on that. Global food production speed is going to increase as well. Biscuits, we don't need that. Reputation, we don't need that either. We're good on impatience. I'm not even gonna worry about it. However, we're gonna buy some basic stuff. Lots of basic goods here. Pickled goods would be temporary. I can't replace that, so that doesn't make sense. But again, the basic goods is something that we can really, really utilize. We're gonna work on some of that stuff. I think the need for jerky can be fulfilled right now. And then what we'll do afterwards is we'll have that production to replace it. So that's kind of the kicker, is we don't want to temporarily boost things when we're already being boosted. So we're not gonna buy pie, for instance, because I can't replicate pie and I can't replicate skewers. Well, actually, I probably could replicate skewers, but we're not gonna do that. Now, pottery would be good. I think we need that for some other things. Yeah, I think that's good. Very nice. And so now that we're working on those, the biscuits are good. We're actually gonna skip this and we're gonna make pigment the name of the game. We're gonna reduce this down to 20. We need drizzle water terribly. And then we're gonna kind of cheat here with these external settlements and make that a little easier. We got plenty of rainwater. Let's go ahead and increase the production and the resolve. Now that means we have to start working on a blight post now. So we're gonna build our blight posts over here, and that's gonna be a pretty crucial part of how everything operates. I just want to make sure we have everyone in jobs where they belong and they fit. Let's go ahead and add 4 more people. Why the heck not? And then we're gonna start producing a shoot ton of coal. So for this level 1, we can expand the tunnel and gain 165 coal. We can automate a minecraft to help miners transport goods, or we can increase production speed by 50. We're definitely going to do that, and I'm glad we just bought those bricks because that's going to be super helpful. Otherwise, we're pretty good here. They're cranking out as fast as they can, which is awesome. Really, really appreciate the level of dedication, guys. And then we can rebuild that cookhouse as well. We're keeping things running smooth. We gained 8. Look at this. Look at it. Oh, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. All right. We can switch modes here and go there. We're receiving so much. We may actually get this done before like year 7, maybe. That would be bonkers. Our meat treats are also coming in for the jerky being fulfilled. We just need to make scrolls. We just need scrolls. Our reputation bonus is increased. We have scrolls that can already be made. That's not important. We have coats that can already be made. I guess we'll go with the Tinkerer. Let's re-roll and see what happens. We have a tavern or a clan hall. The thing is, we only satiate one with the tavern. We have the rain mill, that's not a big deal. The clan hall may be where it has to be. Well, no, we do have the temple. Let's re-roll again. We have the temple already. A kiln would be great. A supplier would be good as well. A bakery is okay. We'll roll with the kiln, although I'm not entirely satisfied with that. And then meat treats, we're already rocking it. Fantastic. All right, good. Well, we're in a really super solid spot. We're now able to make some pigments, which means these guys will start making, they'll alternate between the two. Yeah, we're getting the bonus from the clothiers as well. This is a bonkers. This is bonkers for me. I absolutely love it. More trade routes, if you please. Sweet. We got this to a level 2 now, and it reduced it even more. This is fantastic. We increased our reputation as well. Let us see. A forum is leisure and education. Let's do that. That's fine. We're gonna build our forum right here. We already have our temple, although I don't think it's inbound. Oh, I should have thought about that. That's okay. That's unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Nothing can really be changed about it now. What can be changed, though, is that we have 5 people who don't have homes. So that's gonna have to change. Let's go ahead and knock down those guys. We have the ability. We're gonna do that, although I don't think we're only at 1, so it's not like it's detrimental. We have our stormy season and our final order. The need for religion fulfilled and deliver scrolls. The need for brawling, or this. Complete 3 trade routes worth at least 20 amber. For every 5 completed trade routes, that's the one we gotta do. That's the piece of cake. Well, I say that, we don't have a lot of time. Of course, it's all good. All right, and even at 3, we're still doing really, really good over here. Totally fine. There is no issues coming from there. We've got plenty of packs of provisions. Let's go ahead and make some of that. What are we doing over here for fun? We're gonna make lots of goodies there. There we go, lots of pigment to be had. We're making lots of scrolls. All right, remember we need to be over 20. There's one of them. And now we have too many people. We just really do. Let's go, yeah, without restrictions is fine. 10% chance of doubling yields, but consumption is off limits. We don't really do consumption anyways, so it's not that huge of a deal. It works very, very well for us. And now what do we need to focus on is bringing these guys back. And we got to start pumping into glades. Dangerous glades would be preferable, but oh, there's a dangerous glade. Perfect. And then we can do that there. Yeah, we're at level 5. That's okay. And we still have 5 people that we need to assign, which is pretty darn good. We're going to go with jerky. I think that's the one that can be most easily and readily fulfilled. And then we just need drizzle water stuff. Like drizzle water would be perfect. We have 3 more people which we can use to make sure that stuff's being done well. It looks like we need some more harpy buildings as on top of that. And even like a lizard district to really make things work, be worthwhile. Perfect. What do we have here? Oh, nice. We have stormwater. Not exactly what we need, but we could still use it. And this is the same instance of what we can do here. A chest of ancient tablets and pack of skewers, or harmony is fostered. Each service building adds 2 to global resolve. Yeah, I think that has to happen. The kicker is, I don't have enough right now. I'm gonna go ahead and call him immediately, just because I can. And we don't have enough of the things either. There we go. Perfect. We're just gonna buy that just super duper quick, so we can start working on this. Nice. Hostility is reduced by 50 points, always. Villagers move 10% quicker, always. Let's go ahead and kind of cheat the system a little bit. Oh wow, we actually don't have a ton of goods up for grabs. Interesting. That's fine though. Can I purchase 2 of these? I just need 2. Actually, I think I get some from fulfilling orders, so we're not going to worry about that. We do have tea. I don't think the forum is good for tea, is it? No, it's leisure and education. So yeah, scrolls are definitely going to be where we want to be at. But I think other than that, we're pretty good. Like, we'll just kind of save up our stuff. I didn't realize where we were. There we go. All right, that was incredibly fast. Holy cow. So, barren lands. We win a game near the barren lands. We get food, stockpiles, machinery, and we get seal fragments. I thought we got... Oh, we'll get the royal resupply on the main map. But look at that. Year 6. That's awesome. Royal resupply grants us 5 seal fragments. Or grant 4 reserve embarkation points. Vision and embarkation range are increased by 2 until your next settlement. Let's go ahead and do this one. We have plenty of time left now. This is awesome. I'm so excited because now we were able to get to this Viceroy in plenty of time with plenty of seal fragments. We could even like take it easy. We may take it easy just as a like a breather kind of a deal, because if we could get this done super fast, then I think it'll be even more awesome to be able to get there. Now we do have to have the minimum gold seal on Viceroy, so that's a little bit different, but it'll be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Glad it was a shorter one for once, and we were able to get there a little bit quicker than we thought. Baron turned out to not be so bad. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do all the things such as subscribing to the channel, giving it a like, and leaving any comments or concerns in the comments section down below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This is Havoc, and I'm out of here.